There was this lady who went for counseling. She was so sad, looking all gloomy, all worn out. Okay, she told the counselor that she has actually waited all her life to be married. She has actually waited all her life to find the right person so that she can be happy. But she found out that even after her marriage, after she got married, happiness was not still there. She was still unhappy as usual, and even way worse than she used to be. So she spoke to the counselor on why is that she's supposed to be happy, she's supposed to feel the joy of happiness. The counselor looked at her and said, happiness does not come from other people. Alright, he said, happiness does not come from your family, your friends. Happiness does not come from what you drink, what you smoke, whatsoever thing you wear. Happiness does not come from the outside world, but happiness comes from within you. She was shocked, with a mixture of anger, shock on her face. And she looked at the counselor and said that she actually came for serious business. She came to actually know what is actually wrong with her. She came so that she can get a solution, and here the counselor is telling her rubbish. The counselor looked at her again and said, no matter how much you think people are meant to make you happy, people can only contribute to 2 out of 100% of your happiness. So she asked, then what remains to the 98% of the happiness? And the counselor said, the 98% of your happiness is gotten from you. 98% of your happiness is gotten from inside of you. And she looked at the counselor again and still didn't understand. But at this point, she was saying that what he was actually saying is actually making sense a little a bit. So she asked him, how is that possible? How can 98% of my happiness be from me? I thought my partner and other people are meant to contribute to my happiness. I thought material things are supposed to make me feel loved and feel happy. I thought my partner is meant to put me first and make me feel important. The counselor looked at her and said, of course, that is what you are supposed to think. Even right from when you were a child, what was programmed in your subconscious mind was this. All these things you said is true, is right, and it's actually correct. But the truth and the main truth of happiness, alright, the well of happiness, where happiness comes from, is not from other people. I repeat, it is from you. How you think on the inside is what is expressed on the outside. You can never get anything in your material world if you don't have it in your spiritual world, which is your mind. You can never get to a place where you want to be if you're not seeing where you want to go. You can never be happy on the outside if within you're filled with anger, worry, fear, grudges, envy, jealousy. You can never have happiness if you don't feel happy every day. You can never have happiness if you don't take control of your day. You can never have happiness if you don't know how to be happy. And you can never have happiness and be happy if you're ignorant of how one can actually be happy. She was shocked. She was actually shocked and dumbfounded, and she asked him, how can I be happy? Because I'm tired of depending on my partner for happiness when he does not even see me as something important. I'm tired of depending on other people for happiness, and I'm tired of depending on movies and things that I drink, smoke, and all other addictions for happiness. How can I actually be happy in this world? Because happiness is what I want. I need peace. I need to be calm. I need to take control of my life. I don't want my life to be controlled by external forces. I don't want my life to be controlled by what other people say. I don't want to feel affected by the words of other people. And the counselor looked at her and said, that is actually true. The words and what other people have to say about you is their own opinion. But what you have to say about yourself is the truth. And how would you know the right words to say about yourself? By knowing who you are. right? By knowing why you were created and knowing that you are actually born to win, by knowing from whom you came, and by knowing where you're supposed to be, right? He said the solutions to finding true happiness is every morning taking charge of your day, meditating on powerful scriptures like Mark, the 11th chapter of Mark in the Bible, by reading some certain books that are actually practical, right? Reading and taking action, not just reading and reading for reading's sake, right? By actually practicalizing a morning routine of affirmations and bliss, because what you say continuously to yourself will shape and mold you into what you are actually saying. Okay, so the more you speak negatively, the more negative you become, and the more negative things you attract, because life is all about attraction. And the more you speak positively, the more positive things you attract. Make your morning a routine of affirmations. Speak and bless the day before you start. Take control of your day. Read books that are actually practical. Learn to know that what other people say about you is their opinion. What you have to say about yourself is what is actually true. And take charge of your day, and know that other people and other things are not responsible for your happiness, but the only person responsible for making you happy is you, because the you that you are makes you the you that you want to be. Think about it, meditate on it. She was glad, right? And she told him that from this day onwards she would practice whatever thing he has told her. And she went, and one night thereabouts, when the counselor finished a talk, he met one beautiful young lady, happily married and smiling and vibrant. And the lady walked up to him and said, "Do you remember me?" He said no, he can't, because he sees a lot of people every single day of his life. So she explained herself, and she told him that she actually practiced the principle. She used it. She made a routine that every morning when she woke up, she repeated these words: "I am blessed, I am strong, rather I am happy, I am calm, and I know who I am." She repeated affirmations. She knew that the peace of the Lord is hers, and she most especially got this scripture, the 23rd Psalm, alright, spoken or sang by David, "The Lord is my shepherd," and she made sure she spoke it into her life 3 times every day, and the result was dramatic and drastic. Alright, she told him that she's more happier now, more secure now, and she's no longer afraid, she's no longer sad as she used to be, because she knew that God that created this world, her Father, lives in her. Okay, and she was just giving her testimony to the man and the counselor, and the counselor was glad that she practiced everything they talked about. But the main thing behind this story is not that she just heard, but the main thing behind this story is that she heard and she took action. So many of us hear, but we don't take action. So many of us, we hear, but we don't do, right? There is more to hearing than just hearing alone. Okay, when we hear and when we do, that is what brings results. Results does not just come just like that. It comes from action. Alright, so don't just hear these words and this story. Take action on this. Read books, positive books. If you want me to recommend books for you, leave a comment down below. I will recommend a lot of books for you. And don't just read books. Alright, read books concerning the mind, the power of your subconscious mind, and other kind of books, and practicalize everything that you have actually read, and you will see results. With time, you will see results. Alright, so thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Leave a comment down below on what next you want me to talk about and books you want me to recommend, and I'll be glad to do so. Thank you once again.